Here I have a 2017 GMC Savana van, 3500. I wanted to add the mirrors, so I bought this thing off of eBay. Looks like it comes off of a Chevy Express 2016 or 17, I believe. I just needed the button, but it came with the button. I used my existing ones because the other ones were kind of gross and dirty. It doesn't match. Not a big fan of that, so I may buy another one, but for now I wanted to see if it works. Then I bought the mirrors. The mirrors come with the blinker, heated and powered. I plugged all that stuff in. The connectors are all here. I plugged it all in and it did not work at all. Blinkers did not work. Power mirrors did not work. Nothing worked. So I started tracing it down. Looks like all the wiring harnesses go from here through the door into here on this side are all solid in there. But from here, and it goes underneath this area here. Kind of see underneath that. I'll get back off. Goes underneath there, pops up here. It does not go from here to there, so it all ends here. So there's a fuse here that's supposed to be for heated mirrors, one or for powered mirrors. This one's for heated mirrors. If I pulled this whole thing apart, and the wiring harnesses are missing the pins, so they're not even connected. So I pulled this 5-amp fuse out, and these don't work either because I can't remember what they're for, but they don't go to anything. I don't know why the fuses are there, but the wires are not there on the bottom. So what I did is I added another fuse, add a fuse here, and then I pushed a wire underneath here, popped up. These wire nuts are just temporary. I'm probably going to end up doing a butt splice or something like this because never use wire nuts in a car. But this is just kind of a mess. I can shove this all back in when I'm done, but I just wanted to test it to make sure it worked. So this add a fuse is just for, comes over to here, is just for my power mirrors, just to power that up. And on the power mirror side is this red, white, I believe. And the black is the ground. It is, or the negative, I guess you could say. It does connect to the body. So I've got a good solid negative there. Same with on this connector that goes up to the mirror itself. This is a solid ground here, and I believe here. I did some testing. I found out this blue-white is for the blinker. I have no blinker either on that mirror. So to get that, I had to go into the engine compartment, find out it was a blue-white. So what I did is I ran a wire. It's on this black one, and it comes through here, comes out here, and then I ran it connected to the black here, and I punched it through the engine compartment, clear up in there. You can't see it very well. And then let me show you what I did over on this side. Is I found the blue-white down in here that goes into the light, and then there's another blue-white that goes up into here and around to the other light. So I just punched through with this little wire right here. I just wrapped it in some of this corrugated stuff. It punches through with a simple, just right into there. I've taped it all back up, but there I came down here for the blue-white that goes into this blinker, and I tapped into the one up here that goes to the other blue-white to the other blinker. So that's what I did on this side. And then when I came over here, I connected it directly. It eventually goes all the way up into here. I could have spliced it on this wiring harness, but I decided just to run it through the door. It didn't take more than a few seconds. I didn't want to disturb this and mess that all up. But when I turn this thing on and kick that blinker on, it's working. Again, that's just the powered side, the 12-volt side. The ground I didn't do anything with because it's already connected. Then I ran another wire from here, came along here, come through there, and you can see it sitting right there, the brown one. I may splice it into this wiring harness if I want to get crazy. I may run it through the door as well and up to my my mirror I've mounted. That's just for the blinker. And then also I'm going to connect, it's just a 2-wire. The other 12-volt I'm going to connect, you can see I've connected it here. That should run the power mirror. So actually I may have to open that. No, I probably could do it, splice it down there, but just the red-white on the window, powered window side. So again, I'm going to crimp these on. This is the connector I used inside the the engine compartment to splice on the blue-white for each of the blinkers. And then I used, you know, just a splice like that to splice there. And I may put these on here, crimp them down really good, or use a bigger butt splice. Use a good crimper for those. I strip them, and then I use a nice Klein crimper on this section right here is non-insulated right here, and I use obviously the insulated part. Can't see that very good, but that's what it is. Yeah, insulated is this one. Put those on and crimp it down. I'll put this back together. The seat was really easy to pull off. There was just 4 bolts. They weren't that tight. They popped off a lot better than I thought. And then I just pulled that seat out. Gave me some access to do some work. I've got another add-a-fuse here. And I think I got just spare wire sitting here. But this was, I ran this over and up for a radar detector that I powered up right there. And anyway, it worked out pretty good. So I'm hoping to use this again. Again, there's looks like the GMCs don't have, they have the wiring harness in the door, but everything else is not powered up. I don't know if it's because it's a cargo van. Maybe the 15 passenger ones have all this built in. I'm not sure, but this is a cargo van 2017 GMC Savana, and trying to power up these mirrors. And I don't think I can do the heated mirror side because I think this one's the heated mirror and there's no wire on the other side. I guess I could pull it over and do that. You know, there's supposed to be a button here as well. And I'm sure the wiring harness is there, but anyway, if I had to do this much work just for the power mirrors, I'm not going to do it to heat them. Anyway, hope this helps somebody else doing it. There's lots of videos on how to take this door off. There was 2 screws on the handle that pop the handle off here. That's on the bottom. So that screw and that screw sit on the bottom. Once you undo this, this pops off. And then there's 2 screws on the door handle itself right here. And then the rest are these little things that pop in and out. And I broke one off. That's the one I broke, but that's what they look like. Just those little nipples, and they can pop right out, or anyway, it's supposed to pop in and out. I don't know, maybe you put some lube on them or something. So that comes off pretty easily. The mirrors install pretty easily as well. There's just 3 bolts, pretty easy to access, and then you just fish the wire down and plug it right in. And it didn't work for me, so hopefully this is a fix.